The tumbling sensation that hit Natalie startled her awake. Her insides recalibrated as the boat steadied. She dragged one hand down her face and blearily searched for her watch. 23:17. What is he doing? She asked herself as she rose from the bed. Her senses cleared as she heard Shaw's urgent voice hurtling through the forward hatch. Something was wrong. "David?" she shouted in response. "Get the guns!" A switch flipped in Natalie that only years of danger had refined. She grabbed Shaw's AR-15 from a compartment under the mattress and slung it across her chest before fishing out his Mark 18 carbine. She then pulled a large wet bag from the compartment as well before resettling the mattress. The former CIA officer moved with purpose through the galley and ascended into the night air. "David," she called again. "Here," came his reply. He was readying the tender. "What's going on?" she asked, just as he hoisted the tender from its position beneath the boom. Having secured a line from the tender to the yacht, he let the small boat slide into the ocean. The line tightened and the tender soon trailed behind its host. Shaw quickly dropped the mainsail before making his way aft and returning to the cockpit. Natalie felt American Retour gradually slow. "We're being followed," he said gravely. He handed her the monocular and pointed behind him. She peered through the night vision device and quickly found the two advancing vessels. Her jaw squared. "They're gaining," she said. "I know," Shaw replied. He turned and gripped the line to the tender before reeling it in. "Hop in," he ordered. "What?" "Just do it," he commanded. Natalie saw no reason to protest. She waited for Shaw to steady the tender before she stepped aboard. Shaw tied off the slack and handed her the wet bag, followed by the trolling motor. Natalie struggled with the engine but managed to set it in place. "What's the plan?" she asked. She watched as he slung his Mark 18 around his shoulders, and she saw he had his dive knife, a kinetic spearfishing dagger, seated in its sheath and fastened to his left forearm. "We'll head out away from the boat. Their engines should drown out ours. We'll keep our distance and set up an ambush of our own," Shaw explained. "We'll stay out of their way. If they pass us by, we'll just come on back," he said as he stepped onto the small tender. "You've thought through this," she noted. "Several times," Shaw replied. Natalie nodded and watched as Shaw released the line. Within moments, the tender settled and American Retour was gone. The weight of isolation set upon them both, and the sensation was one of the most eerie Natalie had ever felt. Alone, adrift in the middle of the ocean in the dark, was an experience she never hoped to have.